Hey guys, today we're going to do the unboxing and overview of the Razer Edge gaming handheld. So this is the newest gaming handheld released by Razer. I think it just got released earlier this year, so it's relatively recent. And Razer has been doing gaming handhelds longer than people think, actually. So 10 years ago, I think they released a gaming handheld that's actually a PC gaming handheld, and it's sort of like a predecessor to the Steam Decks and ROG Allies of today, called the Razer Edge. And yes, this is the exact same name as this product now, except it was a PC gaming handheld, and it was also well, it was a tablet that ran Windows. I think it was actually Windows 8 or 8.1 at the time. And they actually had this optional gaming controller attachment to it. So once you put on the gaming controller attachment, it's basically just like a PC gaming handheld, similar to what you have now with the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and Legion Go. But this was 10 years ago. This was back in 2013. And that was a really ahead of its time device, I think, and I actually did a video on it on my channel already. It's a rare device now. It's not easy to find. If you do see them pop up on eBay, they're probably still expensive just because they're rare. Not many people bought them because the price was very expensive at the time, but it was a very ahead of its time device, right? Just like 10 years before Steam Deck came out. Like that's kind of crazy, right? That you can it's like a gaming tablet with like controllers and stuff that you can you can use back then. So it's like a gaming handheld on the go, but for PC games. And 10 years ago, that was like such a novelty at the time. But because of the Intel chip back then, the Ivy Bridge chip, I believe, back then didn't have good battery life. This was before the Haswell generation kind of improved the battery life a lot. It was not very efficient, so the battery life was not very good. And then because of the technology at the time, I think it used NVIDIA 640 MLE or something like that, wasn't that powerful, obviously compared to the gaming handhelds of today, like the PC gaming handhelds, right? Like Lenovo Legion Go and Steam Deck and ROG Ally obviously can't match up to the gaming handhelds of today. But for something that came out 10 years ago and something that really I think Razer kind of pioneered, I think that was it was really cool for Razer to release something like that. So when Razer came out with the Razer Edge this year, they kind of took the name from their handheld 10 years ago, except this is a totally, well, not totally different, but it is a very different device. Because the original Razer Edge Pro, that was a PC gaming handheld. That was a large gaming tablet with an optional dockable controller, and actually came with either that controller pad, and it also came with a docking station as well, so you can output to your TV. Again, much like what the Steam Deck and other gaming handhelds are doing now. But Razer did that 10 years ago. This one is not a PC gaming handheld. This is just an Android gaming tablet. But just like with the Razer Edge back in the day, it does have a controller dock, but it's just like a mobile controller dock. In fact, I believe this is the Razer Kishi, which is Razer's standalone controller that you can plug into pretty much any Android smartphone, except this one is very, I guess, specialized to the Razer Edge. It's like a special Kishi version for the Razer Edge. But yeah, this is a very powerful gaming handheld, but it runs Android, not Windows. So it's not exactly the same PC gaming handheld that the Razer Edge was back 10 years ago. Anyways, still powerful though for an Android gaming handheld. The price is also much more affordable compared to the original Razer Edge. I think the original Razer Edge was like $2,000 or something like that, and that was 10 years ago, right? Adjusting for inflation, it would be like, yeah, well over 2,000 now. But this one retails for $400 US. I actually got this. This is like an open box version I got online for $300. So it's a very good price actually for the specs. Let me read you guys the specs because this is a pretty powerful handheld. It runs a Qualcomm Snapdragon G3X Gen 1, one of the most powerful chipsets that you can get right now. A 6.8-inch 2400 by 1080 AMOLED 144 Hz display. So top-notch display there, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage with a micro SD expansion. And as you would expect from something like a gaming handheld, it does have pretty decent speakers. It has two-way speakers with 2 digital microphones and THX spatial audio. For those of you who don't know, by the way, Razer owns THX. And it has a front-facing camera, which is 5 megapixel 1080. I guess that's cool. I didn't even expect it to have a front-facing camera because it's not really a phone. 5,000 milliamp hour battery life, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2. Also has a headphone jack as well. And yeah, it comes with the specialized controllers, I believe. So I'm actually looking at this, first of all, out of curiosity, right? Just because like the Razer Edge, I have like you know, memories of using the original Razer Edge Pro, which I thought was such a cool device for the time, and just wanted to see like what this device was like. It wasn't that it's not that expensive, right? It's like I got it for $300 online. I thought, why not try it out? But also because currently I do have a gaming handheld for playing mostly emulator games, and that's the Razer Phone 2 with the Jungle Cat controllers. So back in 2019, roughly 4 years ago, I got this. The Razer Phone 2, I think was, this is a phone from 2018, and just 1 year later it dropped down to like $200 or something. Like this phone, like, I don't know why it wasn't so popular, but the Razer Phone 2 dropped down in price considerably, like just 1 year after its release, and you can find it pretty cheap nowadays as well. For some reason, it just wasn't well appreciated. I think it's a fantastic phone, especially for the price that you can get for it. Yeah, it's like nowadays you can find well, Razer Phone 2, even just 1 year after it was released, like you can find it super cheap. So it's a super good deal to get the Razer Phone 2. Although I didn't really use it as a phone, I used these Jungle Cat controllers, which were I think $80 US. They're kind of detachable controllers, very much like the Nintendo Switch. Razer doesn't sell these anymore because well, there's a few issues with this controller. First of all, I have to say that although the controller is pretty solid, like overall, it's very, very clicky. Almost too much like almost too much. Like it's just way too clicky. I mean, it's okay. It's a solid controller, but it's a little bit annoying to use because you got to charge both of them separately. So both of these have USB-C chargers. You got to charge them separately. And that's kind of a hassle. And it uses Bluetooth to pair to your phone, which means there's some latency issues there. So yeah, it's not the most ideal controllers for gaming. I just thought it's kind of a novelty. So you need to have a special case for these controllers because you need to have this little part right here where it kind of attaches a Nintendo Switch style. So I think because of all this, the need for like a special case, if your phone doesn't fit, then you can't use these controllers. The fact that you have to charge them separately, the fact that it's Bluetooth, and the fact that I guess it's okay, but it's not like the greatest set of controllers. All this is the reason why I think Razer eventually discontinued the Jungle Cat controllers fairly fast, and they replaced it with the Kishi controllers, which is what the Razer Edge uses, which uses USB-C, which is a direct connection to the phone instead of using Bluetooth to connect. And I think this one is one where you can just kind of pull it apart, so it's not using a case. Rather, it uses like a kind of like well, it uses like kind of a support where you can put your phone there and just kind of drag it out and kind of adjust it like that. So it's a lot more flexible than using these Razer Jungle Cats. So yeah, anyways, I was looking for an upgrade for my Razer Phone 2 and Jungle Cat controllers. I got this back in 2019. Now, it's definitely like still a very cool setup for emulation. Like the speakers on the Razer Phone 2 are very good. The displays, besides not being OLED, this is an IGZO IPS display. It still has a high refresh rate and pretty good color reproduction, I would say. Yeah, and I would say like overall, this is a pretty decent gaming emulation setup. Right, with Razer Jungle Cat controllers are okay to use. They're fine. They're not like the best controllers or wherever, but they're definitely okay enough for emulation and like playing retro games. And yeah, the Razer Phone 2 I think is pretty solid, but you know, I was looking for something maybe even more powerful to see what's better out there, and it really is a hassle trying to charge these controllers and pairing these controllers every time, right? You got to charge them both, and then you got to like switch them both onto Bluetooth mode. You got to pair them separately onto the phone. It's really kind of a hassle. So I was looking out there for any replacement options for this setup for you know, playing emulation games and stuff like that. And there's the Asus ROG phone. So the Asus ROG phone, which I believe is now in its 7th generation, yeah, like that one is a very, very powerful phone, much more powerful than the Razer Phone 2, of course. Also has really great speakers and everything. Also has a controller as well, a detachable controller called the Kunai gamepad. It also has like a docking station and like a dual screen type of accessory as well. So those are really cool things about the ROG phone. However, the issue with the ROG phone is one thing, it doesn't have micro SD, whereas the Razer Phone 2 has micro SD. And another issue is it's expensive. The ROG phone is hard to find a cheap version of it. Like the Razer Phone 2 dropped down in price pretty fast. The ROG phone, yeah, it's always been expensive. So it's hard to find like a reason, like a justification to like pay that much more money for the ROG phone when it doesn't really do that much more. It's just a more powerful version of the Razer Phone 2. So yeah, I've been looking for a long time for a more affordable upgrade to the Razer Phone 2 that's not the ROG phone, because that's too expensive, and I also want to have micro SD because, you know, like I can put all of my ROMs and stuff on there for emulation. So when Razer finally released the Razer Edge, I jumped at the chance, because this is basically the successor to the Razer Phone 2, right? So yeah, I guess Razer Phone 2, Razer doesn't make it anymore, obviously. So yeah, the Razer Edge essentially is the successor, because I think they kind of just got out of the phone business because the Razer Phone and Razer Phone 2 didn't sell very well. And the people who did buy it were probably using it more for gaming and not really for using it as a phone. So yeah, just people like me who used it for like retro console emulation and stuff. So I guess Razer just figured, okay, we're not going to make a phone anymore. Let's just make a gaming tablet, and then just have the better Kishi controllers on there. So it makes sense, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what this is. Yep, Snapdragon G3 X Gen 1. They just made a really powerful gaming tablet with, and packed in their Kishi controllers with it. So, and this one can also do cloud gaming. I think they really advertise the cloud gaming, and I'm not really a fan of cloud gaming, so I'm not really going to use that too much. I'm mostly going to use this for like playing retro console games and stuff, and maybe mobile games as well, like modern mobile games like Genshin Impact and stuff, and retro console emulation. That's mostly what I'll be using it for. Anyways, that's a lot of talking. Let's get down to the unboxing. Okay, Razer Edge. I just want to give you guys the background behind me buying this. So, okay, this is the layout of the controller. So this is the Razer Kishi V2 Pro. Yeah, so anyways, I think I'll figure all that out. The safety guide. Oh, it's one of these manuals. Okay, gotta unfold it. Okay, so let's see. Just setting up your Razer Edge is pretty simple. I mean, it's a gaming tablet, so it's essentially an Android tablet that you attach these Kishi controllers to. I think I should be able to figure that out. Yep. And then this is the Razer Edge. And then you get Razer stickers, and here I think you should get the controllers. Yes, so this is the Razer Kishi V2 Pro, I believe. And like I said, the advantage of this design over the Jungle Cats is, well, first of all, it doesn't use Bluetooth. It uses a direct USB-C connection, so no latency. And the fact that you don't need to have a special case to be able to attach the controllers. Here, you have this kind of expandable elastic design right here that's very adjustable. So yeah, no need for like a special case for different phones and stuff. So yeah, overall a pretty big improvement on the Jungle Cats, I would say. And just going by the feel of these controllers, I think definitely an improvement on the Jungle Cat, I would say. Like, okay, the analog sticks aren't that different. The face buttons feel more stiff on the Kishis versus the Jungle Cats. Yeah, Jungle Cats are a little bit more mushy, whereas the Kishis are more stiff. And you have, this is the start button, I guess, or this is I think select button, or maybe this is the start one. Yeah. Anyways, these buttons feel pretty similar. These ones have extra buttons though, so I think this one has these extra screenshot buttons and stuff, and this whatever input button or something. D-pad, it's okay. I think overall better than the D-pad on here. Like, this D-pad isn't really like a traditional D-pad at all. It's like separated, right? It's just basically 4 separate buttons in a D-pad arrangement on the Jungle Cats, whereas on the Kishis, yeah, it's an actual D-pad, right? the whole arrows and everything are connected to each other. So yeah, like the Jungle Cats weren't even like an actual real D-pad. That was the issue. And the shoulder buttons here, pretty clicky, but maybe very easy to accidentally press. Yeah, doesn't take a lot of pressure to trigger that. This is the same thing. Yeah, it doesn't take too much pressure to trigger that, but I feel like it feels more solid. Yeah, the Jungle Cat's controllers are not very solid feeling. So the shoulder and trigger buttons aren't that solid feeling, whereas on the Kishis they're more solid feeling. The trigger buttons are actually, yeah. So the trigger buttons on the Jungle Cats, like, they're just almost like just like buttons. They have no travel to them. trigger buttons should have some travel. These ones don't have that much travel. As soon as you press them, you pretty much click them. Whereas the Kishis feel like actual triggers, like they actually have some travel to them. That's cool. And then these ones have additional buttons as well that the Jungle Cats don't have. So these smaller buttons, which are M1 and M2, yeah, but Jungle Cats don't even have those. So yeah, overall, a much better improvement compared to the Jungle Cats, and that's why Razer discontinued the Jungle Cats. It's just not as good of a design as the, I mean, the Nintendo Switch thing is cool, right? You can detach it and stuff, and maybe you can just like prop this up on a stand and play it like that, but I think overall, yeah, the Kishis are definitely an improvement. All right, let's look at the tablet. So yes, this is a tablet, not a phone. I guess you cannot use your SIM card in here. It does have 5G though. I think there's a 5G version as well for like $100 more. So maybe you can get data on this. But this is the Wi-Fi version. So yeah, because I don't really need the 5G. So yeah, I wonder if this lights up. Maybe it doesn't. One cool thing about the Razer Phone 2 was that the back actually lit up. So this part on the Razer Phone 2 actually lit up into different colors. It doesn't look like the Razer Edge does that. And obviously you don't have the cameras at the back. You know, that's a very phone thing that you don't really do with tablets. But yeah, I really do like the Razer Phone 2's design. It's kind of a shame that it wasn't very popular and then Razer just stopped making them. But yeah, I mean, Asus ROG phone was the competitor, and Asus obviously still makes that phone, so it must be reasonably successful. But it's just too bad Razer stopped making phones. I mean, I really did like their Razer Phone 2, and if you compare, yeah, the Razer Edge is still bigger. Yeah, see the comparison? So the Razer Edge is bigger. It's a 6.8 inch size. The Razer Phone 2, I believe, is 5.8 or 5.7, something like that. So definitely you can see there's a difference. And yeah, this one has the chroma lighting, the Razer chroma lighting on the back, which is RGB lighting on the logo. Don't have that on the Edge, and don't have the cameras. You do have nice, I think these are speakers. Yeah. But I was hoping they would have front-facing speakers, not back. Okay. Well, I'll see how the sound quality is, but I prefer front-facing speakers because the Razer Phone 2 has front-facing stereo speakers, which is really nice. The Razer Edge, if this is back speakers, then yeah, it's not going to be as good as front-facing. And then the front is here, but you have like a webcam that's always, it's in this orientation. So I guess they always expect you to hold it in this orientation, not the vertical orientation. So yeah, if you hold in the vertical orientation, it's weird that there's a webcam here. So I guess they always expect you to hold it in landscape, not portrait mode. You have the power button, I'm guessing right here. Power button, volume buttons. Is this speakers actually? Maybe these are the speakers. Maybe these are grills. If these are speakers, they're side firing then, still not front facing. Yeah, not sure what these are. And then USB-C charger, of course. And then here is the micro SD card slot, which is very much appreciated on something like this. If I want to do any sort of gaming or console emulation on this, then a micro SD is like a must, right? You put all your ROMs on there, and then yeah, you load it up and stuff. So this should be a good machine for retro gaming. Yeah, I'll see how this compares with the Razer Phone 2. The display should be better on the Razer Edge as an AMOLED compared to the IGZO IPS on the Razer Phone 2. And yeah, like overall, I'm looking for an improvement basically over the Razer Phone 2. And the price is honestly pretty similar because Razer Phone 2 plus the Jungle Cat controllers combined together is like $300 US at the time I bought this. And the Razer Edge, I got this for $300. So yeah, and also the seller gave me a few extras. There's a carrying case here for the Razer Edge. So this is what the carrying case looks like. There's also a grip. So I guess you can slide in the controllers like this. Yeah, sliding controllers like this, and then you slide in the tablet like this. And I don't know if I would use this, so this is so bulky. So bulky looking. I mean, this case is nice to protect the device, but it's just way too bulky looking. And of course the charger, everything is up here. It's just a USB-C charger. Yeah. Oh, I don't think this is the original charger. It's a Samsung. He probably threw in a, yeah, different charger here. But yeah, it's nice to get this Razer color carrying case and grip, I guess. I'm wondering, this one doesn't have a headphone jack, right? Okay, no headphone jack on this, but I guess that's fine because the Razer Phone 2 also doesn't have a headphone jack either. So I'll just have to use wireless headphones with them. Or I'll just use the speakers, but yeah, if you're traveling and you're using this device, you'll have to use wireless headphones. It doesn't look like there's a jack. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna put some of my retro games on here, and I'll test it out and see how well it does, and also some of my mobile games as well. Oh yeah, so to connect the controller, basically you just open this up and you put this on one side, and then the other side this USB-C connector, right? Make sure that USB-C connector lines up, and then that's pretty much it. Pretty simple and easy. And like I said, this design is very versatile because it just stretches out like that to accommodate any size phone pretty much. Yeah, a much better design than the Jungle Cats. And the controllers are better than the Jungle Cats too. Ooh, okay. Is this a headphone jack? Okay, so never mind. You do have a headphone jack here. It's just on the controller instead. Huh. Well, that's nice. So yeah, well, that's an improvement over the Razer Phone 2 setup, because this one actually does have a headphone jack. So it's just on the controllers. I didn't expect that. So you have a 3.5mm headphone jack on the Kishi controllers. So you can actually plug in your wired headphones. That's really cool. Alright, so then you have another USB-C over here. This one is to charge both the phone and the controllers, I think. So yeah, it's nice to have one USB-C port to charge everything, right? With the Jungle Cats, I have to charge 2 ports at the same time in addition to the phone itself. So I have to charge 3 things. With this one, I think you just need to charge this one. It'll charge the phone and the controllers. So that's cool. And you get a headphone jack, which is nice. So yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty good upgrade over my Razer Phone 2 already. Now I'm just going to put it to the test and throw in some retro games on here, emulation games, and some mobile games, and we'll see how it works. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, so now I got the Razer Edge up and running, and I have to say, first thing is it's a little bit annoying not to have a fingerprint sensor, because the Razer Phone 2 does have a fingerprint sensor on the side here, but the Razer Edge doesn't have any kind of biometric login. So yeah, every time I use this, I have to basically put in a PIN, which is annoying. No fingerprint sensor. So that's one thing I miss about the Razer Phone 2 compared to this. But in pretty much every other way, I think that the Razer Edge is an improvement on the Razer Phone 2. So yeah, let's just go over the games here. Let's go with GTA Vice City. I think this is a pretty standard game. I play on mobile a lot. Classic game, of course. If it works with the controllers. Rockstar Games, alright. It's a Commodore 64. Okay. So I think it accepts controller input. Okay, here we go. Yeah. New game. There we go.
I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second and fate shoveled shit in my face.
Go get some sleep.
Go get some sleep.
What are you gonna do?
I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this mess out.
Okay. Yeah, everything works, and another thing I have to say is that with these controllers, the Razer Kishis, it's definitely a lot more convenient and a lot more responsive compared to the Razer Jungle Cat controllers that were on my Razer Phone 2s. The reason is because it's directly connected to the phone, right? So there's no latency, no pairing with the Bluetooth and stuff, so no fiddling around with that. And the fact that you only have to charge this one side, right? So if you charge the controller, it basically charges the phone as well. So yeah, this is definitely a lot more convenient compared to the setup on my Razer Phone 2, because yeah, you only have to charge one thing. So you charge these controllers, it will also charge the phone at the same time. So just charging one thing is so convenient. Compared to the Razer Jungle Cats, we have to charge charge both of the controllers separately, and I have to charge the phone. So that's 3 things to charge, right? This one, only 1 thing to charge, and there's no latency because you're not pairing Bluetooth, and yeah, you don't have to deal with the pairing process either. So yeah, that's you just save yourself a lot of hassle by going with this setup. So this setup is definitely a lot more convenient and a lot more responsive too. So yeah, let's see, fight some people here. Oh, okay, you want to fight here? Take that. You dead? Alright. I can probably take this scooter actually over here. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah. And this screen here, oh my god, the screen on the Razer Edge is so much better than the Razer Phone 2's, because it's an AMOLED display, 6.8 inches, so it's bigger, and 144 Hz refresh rate. That's actually improvement over the 120 Hz refresh rate on the Razer Phone 2, which is already pretty good. But yeah, 144 Hz refresh, AMOLED, 6.8 inches. What's there to complain about, right? This is obviously a huge upgrade. Also, I have to notice the speakers. The speakers on the Razer Edge is actually louder than on the Razer Phone 2's. So the Razer Phone 2 speakers were already pretty good. Like I said, they were front-firing speakers. This one, it fires out from the sides, I believe, but it's still pretty loud. Like, this is not even the max volume. Right now, this is about the max volume of the Razer Phone 2's output, but when it comes to the Razer Edge, I can actually push it even higher, because this is not even the max output, so I can push it higher, then it can go this loud. So, man, this thing actually gets pretty loud. For a handheld gaming device, I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, this is like, this is pretty loud.
I created that just by pressing a button. Synthesizers are the new way. Why work hard on difficult compositions when a machine can make music better than you've ever tried?
I would say compared to my Steam Deck OLED, it's probably comparable to the Steam Deck OLED, which is pretty much the best sounding speakers I've heard so far in a gaming handheld, and the Razer Edge really gets that loud. So this is probably among the best gaming handhelds I have ever used in terms of the sound quality and the speakers. Pretty good. Yeah, it gets pretty loud. I think it might be that THX technology that they're using here, or the Dolby Atmos or whatever technology that they're using. Yeah, it gets pretty loud. Actually, let's see if we can get some radio station and get back on. Yeah, this is a good test because it will show off the, you can see the, well actually, maybe you guys can't see, but I can see the high refresh rate on the display here. It makes the games really smooth, and the sound quality is pretty good.
You got ID?
Yeah, I think this one, along with the Steam Deck OLED, probably has the best speakers I've heard from a gaming handheld. These speakers are great. They get actually maybe 30% louder than the Razer Phone 2, which is pretty impressive because the Razer Phone 2 already had pretty good speakers, but this one gets like 30% louder than that, which is, yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, so I'm impressed so far with the Razer Edge. The display is beautiful, much better than the Razer Phone 2, and the speakers are louder than the Razer Phone 2 by like 30%. And of course, the gaming controllers, everything's an improvement, right? D-pad is a huge improvement over the Razer Phone 2, which didn't even have a proper D-pad. This one actually has a proper D-pad. Analog stick is pretty much similar, and the face buttons are actually a little bit better. I think they're not quite as clicky as the Razer Jungle Cat's face buttons, but it's okay because I think these ones, I prefer the feeling of these ones too. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, overall, yeah, it's just a huge improvement, and not much latency because it's just directly connected to the device, and only need to charge one thing, and yeah, overall, just a lot less hassle with the controllers and a lot better feeling. All the controls, you know, on the controller are just better. Let's try Asphalt 9. It's a pretty popular game, I think. Good looking game, actually. Should be better looking than Vice City, because Vice City is like, yeah, that's an old game. I think it's like 20 years old now. Jesus, I'm getting old, but I remember playing Vice City when it first came out. Yeah, that was 20 years ago. Wow, time flies. All right, Asphalt 9. This is definitely one of the best looking games, I think, on mobile. So we check this out. Essentially, it's a Need for Speed clone, but for mobile devices. I remember playing. Oh my God, we do have to enter something. Why? Do we have to enter that? Here we go. Sure. I remember playing like Asphalt 5 or something like that a while ago. I'm not like a huge Asphalt player, but yeah, I remember playing Asphalt 5 or Asphalt 6 maybe. Yeah, but it's been on mobile devices for as long as I can remember. It's like one of the very first good-looking mobile games, I would say. And like one of the first mobile games that people kind of took seriously was Asphalt. Oh no, not this stupid tutorial thing. Okay, I can drift. Ooh. It's a great looking game though. That's one thing. Even though I don't play this game too much, but it is a good looking game though. It really shows off that 144 hertz display here. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Alright, now let's try Max Payne. This is Max Payne 1. And ironically, I cannot really play this game on the PC anymore because it just crashes for me whenever I try to play it on the PC. So the only way I can play Max Payne, which is a classic game for me, is on mobile. So anyway, let's just see how well it does on here.
Stamp. Reported disturbance at Acer Plaza.
10-4 dispatcher, verify
Oh
address.
man, this really shows off how great
Acer
these
Plaza,
speakers are.
repeat. Acer Plaza.
So much louder than my Razer Phone 2, which were already pretty good, but yeah, this is really impressive. Like I said, these speakers are way louder than any other gaming handheld I own except for the Steam Deck OLED. So it's louder than the Switch, louder than the Neo, yeah, and louder than the Asus ROG Ally, way louder than Lenovo Legion Go, which has pretty terrible speakers. Louder than GPD Win 4.
1085 dispatcher, need additional units. Additional units now. Officer in danger. Officer in danger.
10-5, please repeat. 10-5, all units, emergency. Officer in danger. Acer Plaza, repeat. Acer Plaza, all units.
Just zoom up.
They were all dead.
Top of the building, you'll see Max's face, which is like kind of twisted in like this permanent half grin smirk.
And then
Yeah,
it
here it
was
is.
over.
There's the Max Payne's face and this permanent half grin smirk right here. Oh man.
To make any kind of
Classic.
sense of it, I was still on the...
I come home, right? I see my wife and
Shell,
baby has
Honey,
been
anybody
murdered.
home? I didn't like the way the show started. They've given me the best seat in the house. Front row center.
What the hell?
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it works pretty well, I think. And yeah, what's cool about this game is, I mean, it's a thriller noir type of game. Also like a lot of investigation, but of course there's also action too, and you have this bullet time when you try to hit people, which is cool. In the combat, I mean. Oh, I have to get to the sound of the ring.
Michelle!
Bam, bam, bam.
Michelle! Please! I'm gonna hurt you! Freeze! NYPD, drop it!
Oh yeah, it's my bullet time. See, it's my bullet time.
No, please, God, no.
No, my wife and kids. Not my wife and baby.
Bless your fallen angels.
Oh.
No, God, no.
No.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Oh, baby.
My wife. Alright, so yeah, that's Max Payne. So yeah, there's a lot of great mobile games you can play using this device, but one of the main reasons I want to use this device for is for emulation. So let's take a look at the different emulators here. So let's try Game Boy Color. So this is Game Boy Color. I'm playing Link's Awakening right now. Or Link's Awakening DX, I should say. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Nice. Chomp chomp. Yeah, this is a classic game for Game Boy Color. Link's Awakening DX. I'm just a kid. Find the sword here. Need to get my sword. Oh man, this D-pad is such a huge improvement over the Jungle Cats. I love using this D-pad. It's pretty good. Oh shit. Oh man. Okay. And to start. This is so yeah, this button is usually the start button on most of these games, and I think this is select. Yeah. So just to let you know, by default, whenever you go into an emulator and stuff, obviously face buttons and analog stick and D-pad is mostly matte fine, but then this button to the side here is usually select, in most emulators. And then this one, not this one, but this one down here, this menu button is usually start. This one is usually the one that opens up, yeah, it opens up this little game launcher here. So that's what this button always does. And honestly, it's kind of annoying that they have it here. Like, I think it should be swapped. Like, the start button should be like up here, because sometimes I end up accidentally hitting this one, and it brings up this game launcher, which is kind of annoying. The other one is this button right here, which is something that didn't exist on the Razer Phone 2 or Jungle Cat controllers, but this one I just used to screenshot it. So basically any screen you're at, you can easily just screenshot it using this button here. So that's a nice little, you know, modern flourish. We have that since, what, the PS4 era, just easily screen share when you're playing video games and stuff, and the Razer Edge makes it easy to do that with the keysheets, so you just easily can screenshot any game that you're in. And this will work regardless of what game and app that you're using. Let's go to NES now. We have a lot of different NES games here. Let's try Battletoads, a little classic. Alright, classic NES game here, Battletoads. Oh. Give you the old fist. Yeah. Oh. Oh. There we go. Use the stick. Oh. No. Oh. Alright, so that's NES. Works pretty well. Let's try GBA. I'm playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones on here. It's one of my favorite GBA games. Let's see what they do. Sacred Stones, I think, is still one of my favorite Fire Emblem games. I actually prefer some of the 2D Fire Emblem games because they have their own charm to them. And I also prefer the critical attack animations too. Okay, sure, I'll talk to him. We'll talk. Here we go. And then I get him as part of my team. Yeah, no, he's a part of my team now. Attack. Yeah, see? I love the 2D attack animations. They have so much charm to them. It's something that the 3D attack animations are missing, I think. This kind of charm. Oh, I can break the wall. Nice. to your chest. Nice. Oh, you're dead. Dead. Yeah. Level up. Yeah, anyways, that's Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. Great game. Yeah, I can see the map, right? Oh, see, I accidentally pressed that a lot instead of the start button. This should be reversed, I think. Yeah. Let's try Nintendo DS here. Let's see, load something. It's a good one to load here. Oh, let's try New Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. Continue save. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is New Super Mario Brothers for DS. Just kind of brought back 2D Mario platforming again. I guess nowadays we're seeing another revival, the second revival of Mario 2D games, which is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. But the first revival was New Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. There's a little gimmick in this game. You throw.
So nice.
Nice. Oh, see, I keep pressing that by accident. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, that's Nintendo DS, and then Super Nintendo. I was playing Chrono Trigger. Here we go. Chrono Trigger is such a classic game for Super Nintendo. It's such a great kind of soundtrack too, which is just makes me want to turn up the volume on this one. Oh, Marl. Let's get a rare pendant. No. Oh, thank goodness, there's a lot of... No. Oh, she's gonna keep asking for it. Of course, you gotta give it to her back. Fine. Sorry. Oh, come on, I don't know any... Okay. No. Yeah, you're basically forced to walk around with it. Okay, Marl. Gonna eat this, she's gonna say, Teehee, you're such a pig, Chrono. Yum, tastes like chicken. Teehee, you're such a pig, Chrono. There we go. We can do some practice battling here with Gato. Ugh. No tech shit. Oh. Yeah. Give us something. Bing. Okay. Oh, it's such a classic game. Go back to my parents, actually my house, I guess. Then I can actually introduce Marl to my mom. I've only seen you. Look at who's your pretty new friend. There we go. So yeah, what a great game. Chrono Trigger. So that's Super Nintendo, and then Genesis. I do game should I play on Genesis here? Let's see. Oh, let's try Gunstar Heroes. That's always a classic. Oh. Here we go. Gunstar Heroes. Oh, it's on 2-player. Oh. I love Gunstar Heroes as a kid. It's a fun shooter. I throw my partner too. If I don't have a partner right now, I'm just gonna keep throwing him. This is like the Genesis version of Contra, but I like it more than Contra. I think it's more fun than Contra. Oh man, I think it's like unlimited life here or something. They're gonna keep coming. Anyways, this is a pretty fun game for Genesis. What else do we have? PlayStation 1. Okay. What's that playing on PlayStation 1? Oh, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah, that's right. This is another good game. All-time classic PlayStation 1 game.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
Dracula.
It was not by my hand
Here's
that I'm once
Richard
again
Belmont.
given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a such as you.
What is a man?
A miserable
little
pile of secrets.
But enough talk. Have at you.
Yeah. Start off with a boss fight in this game. It's very unconventional. This game, you start off with a boss fight. anyways, that's PlayStation 1 emulation, works pretty well, obviously. Then we can go to Nintendo 64 emulation. Zoom. GoldenEye. Alright, this is another classic game. One of the most well-known games for A64. And probably the first popular first-person shooter for console. Yeah, this game really popularized FPS for consoles. Because back then, FPS was mostly a PC genre. But GoldenEye really popularized the whole FPS genre for consoles. If this game isn't running that well, it's because that's the way this game usually runs, okay? Not because the Razer Edge isn't running it well or anything. That's just the nature of some of these old games. They ran at very low frame rates sometimes. And GoldenEye was never the game that ran at a high frame rate, so... Ooh. Oh, a dissolval. Oh, it's another kind of pistol here. Shoot the lock off. There we go. Yeah. I can actually just exit the mission now. I won't be completing it, but I'll just technically exit it now. Yep, I can just do this. Yeah. Failed the mission, but anyways, technically I did exit exit the level already. Mission failed. Okay, well actually I completed it. Oh, I actually did complete it. Okay, I thought I had to do something else on that level. Okay, never mind, I did complete it. Cool. Facility. What a great multiplayer level too. Have lots of memories of playing Facility with my friends. Alright, anyways, that's one of my 007 classic game for N64. Next, let's do PSP. Let's see what games I'm playing here. Oh, let's do Star Ocean 2 Second Story. Recently, this game just got a remake, Star Ocean Second Story R. But, let's play. Rena Lamford. Yes. Rena's this like really naive but well-meaning girl, I guess.
Hold on just a minute. Don't you what Mom me? How about taking a break for once today? You were just there yesterday and the day before that.
I know, but it's just that being there makes me feel so calm. Come on, why can't I go?
Because I said so. Do I have to remind you about all the crazy things going on since the sorcery globe crashed down on us? Just last night we had a huge earthquake. The animals are all going wild and attacking people. It's too dangerous right now.
You can't tell me what to do.
Besides, there's also...
See you later.
Wait a minute! Oh, that child? What she sees in the sacred forest is beyond me.
Whew, that was close. Why does my mom always have to harp on me like that? I better get to the sacred forest quick if I want to make it there.
Alright. You want a classic JRPG, this is. Yeah, before the remake came out, this was probably the best way to play Second Story. Was on the PSP. The second story, this is Second Evolution, I think, or something. Yeah. Save point, yay. Rena Lamford. And there's a cutscene here.
Something about the sacred forest just makes me feel refreshed. I think I'll try going in a little further today. It's so pretty. I really wish my mother wouldn't worry so much about me. This place couldn't possibly be any safer.
Squad saves me.
Go on, run! We can handle this.
Ooh.
That's one for us. Whoop! Whew. Good thing I made it in time.
Who is this guy? He's dressed all weird. And what was that light? He killed that monster in the blink of an eye.
You all right? Well, that was a close one. By the way, if you don't mind me asking... Hey, wait!
That scared me. He didn't have to get so close to me like that all of a sudden. But maybe it was rude of me to run away like that. He did tell me to wait, too. Hope he's still around.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd wait for me.
I'm sorry I ran away like that.
Oh, no, that's okay.
It's just that everything happened so quickly. I was really shocked.
Scary, huh?
Yes, a little. Still, I'm really sorry about all this. You saved me, but I just ran off like that.
Nah, don't worry about it. Besides, you did stop to wait, didn't you?
Oh, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Raina. Raina Lanford.
Oh, and I'm Claude. Claude C. Kinney. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Kenny. So, Mr. Kenny, was there something you wanted to ask me earlier?
Oh, right. It's nothing that important, really, but... where am I?
Are you a traveler?
Something like that, yeah.
Anyways, this is a great JRPG.
Where are you from?
This is one of my favorites.
From Earth?
But this dialogue will kind of continue for a while. So
Earth? Where is that?
yeah, that's
Well,
Star Ocean 2 Second Revolution.
It's really far away from here. Really far away. Probably.
Anyways, that was a PSP emulator. Let's try GameCube emulator, which is using Dolphin. Let's try Soul Calibur 2 on here. One of my favorites from that. Actually, yeah, just love Soul Calibur 2. I had it for the original Xbox, I believe. One of my favorite fighting games. Soul Calibur 2. There we go. I'm just gonna choose. Talon here. This is my favorite character from Soul Calibur 2.
Versus Cassandra.
Oh, I love the graphics from this game. I feel the graphics from this game were amazing when it first came out.
Don't worry, Talum. Believe in yourself. I'm going all
It even shows their breath as they're like breathing, because you know it's cold outside in this arena. So it's some little details like that, right? Fills up.
My heart is still pounding.
Battle 2. Fight.
Easy.
I am one with the wind.
Right, pretty good.
Versus Nightmare. Hungry.
Wind, guide me.
Battle 1. Fight.
Wind! Wind! Wind!
You
did your
win.
best. I respect that.
Battle 2. Fight.
Oh, um,
Give up.
alright, Soul Calibur 2, one of my favorite fighting games. That's from GameCube emulator.
Versus Voldo.
Payback.
The power of darkness.
Okay, and then let's try Dreamcast emulator. Finally, let's see. Can play here. I think this is Daytona actually. So let's play this one. up. Anyways, yeah, that's Dreamcast emulator, which is Redream. Anyways, guys, that's it. Just want to show off the Razer Edge's capabilities. Obviously, it's a very powerful handheld, probably the most powerful Android tablet there is out there, and even compared to Android phones, it's pretty powerful. Very comparable, I think, to the Asus ROG Phone 7. So, yeah, that's it, guys. If you guys are looking for a very powerful Android tablet gaming handheld that can play, like, pretty much throw any mobile game you can at it, you'll be able to run it, or any emulator, then yeah, this is the one to pick up. It's a nice upgrade over my Razer Phone 2. The controller, the Razer Kishis, is a lot better than the Jungle Cats. I mean, less latency. It's not using Bluetooth. You don't have to charge three different things at once. You just charge one of them. Basically, just charge this controller. It'll charge the phone, or the tablet, I mean. And yeah, this is the buttons and everything are a lot better. More responsive. It's designed better as well. Yeah, the analog sticks feel very comfortable to use. Yeah, the controls are all very snappy. And the D-pad is actually pretty nice too. Actually, one of my gaming buddies, who's a Street Fighter 2 enthusiast, and you know fighting games take a big toll on the D-pad. He used the D-pad for a bit, and he said that this D-pad is pretty solid. Definitely among the best D-pads you can get for a handheld right now. So yeah, it's pretty high praise. So yeah, overall the Razer Edge, I think the controls are really nice. Definitely an improvement over the previous Razer Jungle Cat controllers for sure. And the speakers are like 30% louder than the Razer Phone 2s, which is very impressive. One of the loudest or best speakers I've gotten from a gaming handheld. And the display, right? It's a 6.8-inch AMOLED, 144 hertz refresh display, and it's, of course, got very powerful internals as well, processor and RAM and stuff. So overall, if you guys are looking for an emulator machine or just an Android gaming handheld, this is the one to pick up. I think it's either this one or the Asus ROG Phone 7. I think are probably the top two contenders for just a great Android gaming phone. The top Android gaming phones or gaming handhelds right now. So yeah, Razer Edge or ROG Phone 7, but the Razer Edge is a lot more affordable. This is only $400 brand new. So that makes it a lot better value compared to the ROG 7, which is the ROG Phone 7 is quite expensive. Of course, that was also a phone, but if you're not intending to use something like that for a phone, if you just want to have a gaming handheld, then this is probably the better pickup. It makes more sense, right? So yeah, it's just $400, way more powerful than most Android gaming phones, and yeah, it's yeah, I would say it's very comparable probably to the ROG Phone 7, and that one's way more expensive. So yeah, this is just a really nice high value pickup, I would say, if you're into an Android gaming handheld right now. So that's it, guys. The Razer Edge. Only thing I wish it had was a fingerprint sensor. That would be nice, just to have a quicker login. That would be probably my only complaint on it. Otherwise, it's a great device, right? So has everything I kind of wanted as an upgrade. So that's it, guys. The Razer Edge. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Are you planning to get something like this? If you're going for an Android gaming handheld, let me know. I also have to know another advantage the Razer Edge has over the Asus ROG phone is that this one has micro SD expandable storage. The ROG phone does not have any expandable storage. So that means if you're intending to store a lot of ROMs or a lot of mobile games and stuff on it, you have to go for the 512 gigabyte one and just pay more money. But even then, that might not be enough, right? So yeah, the fact that this one has micro SD, yeah, that's pretty much a huge win in favor of the Razer Edge. So not only is it more affordable, but also comes with expandable storage as well. So which thus actually makes it even more affordable. So yeah, I would say this one is a much better value compared to the Asus ROG phone.